I look all tough, but you know what? I just can't do it. I'm an idiot. I can't figure it out.
Oh, you are absolutely not telling us anything that we don't already know, dumbass. Uh, Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and tonight we are once again, of course, going to be taking a look at everybody's favorite Frauditor Flunky, Tyrants Beware. Now, every time I think that this man can't possibly get any stupider, that he has lost as many brain cells as he possibly can while still having unconscious functions like breathing. He lowers the floor, and he does something even stupider than the day before. It's almost a daily occurrence now. It's almost impressive in a absolutely horrible way that people like this exist. Tonight we are actually going to be taking a look at a video that was posted yesterday. Oh boy. So, Tyrants Beware has a conspiracy theory about the whole for public safety situation that is going on. He is sucking up to for public safety in a massive way because he is so desperate for attention. But some of the things contained within the video are so moronic. And then he followed it up in his comment section. We're going to get to that. So hang tight. We're going to go ahead and get into it. And we're going to see how low the jackass has gone today.
What is going on, guys? This is Tyrants Beware, and I'm your host, TB. Today we're going to be looking at the court hearing of Chris in Meade County with JJ. Now, Chris posted this video just yesterday, and he says that JJ committed perjury. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are sitting there looking and saying, no, he didn't. But unfortunately, I've actually got proof that he actually did. And this is something that even Chris doesn't know about. So, hit that intro.
Oh, nope. Fuck that. The man's intro is like 4 minutes long of absolutely pointless, badly edited bullshit. Not doing it again. I've had to see it way too many times. I'm not doing it again. He also puts it at the beginning and the end of his videos because he's trying to make his videos longer. So like 8 minutes of his 14-minute videos are his intro. But we're not doing it. So we're going to cut to the actual video.
Kentucky.
No.
Did you take out the criminal complaint on him, sir, for this charge?
Yes.
And do you have that criminal complaint in front of you?
Yes. You are referring to case 24M083 or 23, right?
When it's charged with disseminating personally identifying information and intimidating a participant in the legal process.
Yeah. That's going to be the felony one. Sorry. Okay, I'm there.
And you swore to that complaint, right?
I did.
And in that complaint you say that you state that during 1/16/2024 through 1/20/2024 in Meade County, Kentucky, the above named defendant. Was Mr. Ryder in Meade County, Kentucky when he made that post, sir?
Judge, I'm going to object and point out to the court the statute that we are looking at, the disseminating. I have a copy of it. There is no requirement that the defendant be in Meade County when he makes such a post. It's 525085, Section 3. This section shall apply to electronic communications originating within or accessible within the Commonwealth. So I understand he's trying to go after jurisdiction here, but the statute allows that whether it's accessible, and the witness testified to that under my direct examination. So I think this line of questioning is inappropriate since we've already established that it was accessible to him within the Commonwealth.
Mr. Clay, what was your question?
Did he post this in the Commonwealth of Kentucky?
I think he answered that he could not answer that question.
Correct. Now, my follow-up question is, if he posted this information in Indiana, is there a law in Indiana that prohibits the posting of this kind of information, sir?
We're not in Indiana, and that law is not. I'm looking at Kentucky law, and all it requires is that it is accessible to him. So
I think
this is
an
irrelevant.
objection. I don't think the witness, it's irrelevant, and so I don't think the witness would have to have personal knowledge of Indiana law.
I agree he doesn't have knowledge, Your Honor, but,
Or would not have to have personal knowledge of Indiana law.
well, if it's legal in Indiana to post this kind of information, then I think it's a problem.
If we were charged in Indiana, I would agree.
Now, this next part, you're going to want to listen very, very closely. And I'm going to say this, Chris, you're actually wrong, but you're also right.
Now, sir, have you got friends who posted information about Mr. Ryder?
Objection. Why is this relevant? I don't know why this is relevant.
Your response?
There have been postings on him that were prompted by this witness, Your Honor, which many of these things on here are in response to postings that have been either posted by this witness or his agents.
And now it's going to get really dicey because JJ's going to sit here and lie to the judge and everyone in the courtroom for the next several minutes, claiming that he's never said anything on any social media at all. And we all know how big of a lie that is.
And here comes the evidence.
Friends are not necessarily agents, so if you want to rephrase that, I'll be glad to have you ask the question of this witness or of someone that was under his employer or his agency. That would be relevant. If you're claiming that there's a response that we're feeding into something, but not just friends, that wouldn't be responsible to a witness or a victim.
Sir, are you aware of postings on the social media in which you have an interest in response to postings by Mr. Ryder?
Again, Judge, I don't know how this is relevant. We're talking about the postings of this defendant of threats. I don't know.
I was trying to follow the question. When you say in interest, I can't follow that question when it comes to social media. So you're welcome to rephrase the question so I can see whether or not it may be relevant.
Are you aware of postings relating to you regarding Mr. Ryder put on there about him?
Okay, we're not relevant yet. I think the question that you had two parts before was whether or not this witness had made any postings about Mr. Ryder. And if that was a question we were trying to lead to whether those were in response, then that might be relevant. Did you ask that question yet?
I'll try, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sir, you indicated you did not make any postings on social media about Mr. Ryder. Is that correct?
I didn't hear that testimony yet.
That wasn't.
Okay, well, let me ask that question.
Sure, let's start there.
Sir, did you make any postings on social media about Mr. Ryder?
No, I haven't.
None.
No.
You are the elected jail administrator for Meade County, Kentucky, yes?
Yes, that's correct. I don't think this frauditor is going to like the road that he went down. So I thought about maybe giving him a chance to, correct his wrongs, but I don't think that's the avenue I want to take. Well, I'm going to say probably after the next 2 or 3 weeks, he's going to realize the repercussions of such actions.
Since you're probably going to be the person that's going to be looking after certain Indiana people when they go to prison, see the picture behind us of Langley? Could you decorate his cell with that so it's the last thing he sees at night time before he goes to sleep and possibly the first thing he sees in the morning when he wakes up? painted up on the ceiling, just to let him know that we all care for him.
I got no problem sending it to you, JJ.
Okay, so that is the perjury charge in which Chris is talking about. Now, the question is he posting on YouTube? Technically, no, he is not. But it needs to be remembered, Michael is. So when he asks the question, did any of your friends do it? That would be an answer of yes. But because that question wasn't asked properly, or the judge struck it down, he didn't get the opportunity to lie or tell the truth about that question. But where Chris is actually right is my evidence. Let's have a look at that.
Okay, first off, asks the question, take the dick out of your mouth. You might be able to speak. Secondly, so you were speculating on something that did not actually happen, a question that was not asked and answered during the questioning in court. So part of your proof, quote unquote, is an event that you have made up in your head because you're an idiot. I'm just curious if I'm following along correctly, because so far you have bullshit. Just like you always do, you have absolute bullshit. See, it does not matter if the judge struck the question down due to an objection. It doesn't matter. If it was not asked and answered in court, there is no perjury. Not only that, but, oh my God, you're an idiot. Okay, let's continue.
Now, this would be the infamous document in which was given at court that got Chris some charges. Everybody knows it. Everybody's seen it this past few weeks. But what you don't know is I've actually got proof that I received it way before April the 3rd. Let's have a look at that.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I've got this completely straight. An edited document is your proof, because I can see you attempted to block out the email addresses. By the way, you didn't succeed. But that's your proof. A document, a screenshot of an email that has been subjected to editing of some kind is your proof of something. Okay, let's continue.
Now, as you guys can see, I got this email on March the 15th, 2024, which is exactly or close to 3 weeks before Chris's hearing, and exactly 1 month ago. Now, there was more to this little document picture that I've actually found, so we're going to have a look at that. Now, what you guys are going to want to pay attention to in this screenshot is the building behind the paper. Now, if you look closely, you can actually tell there's some dirt there, which means this was taken inside of a vehicle. We're actually looking at the windshield. Now, this portion of the actual picture is very important because we have direct sunlight on it. Now, if you look at the bottom part of this picture, you'll notice this is the inside of a vehicle. Now, that is very important because we're about to find out exactly who took this picture. Now, this will just be speculation, but it is proof.
Speculation, by definition, you absolute fuckwit, is not proof. But let's continue. I'm excited to get to your reasoning.
Now, by doing a little test in my car, I've actually not been able to reproduce this particular setup. So what you're going to have to realize is a car is not what it's going to be. And it can't be an SUV because there's too much bright light. So what possibly could it be? Unfortunately, there's only one answer left. It's a pickup truck. Now we have to sit there and think hard. Who is it that we know that has a huge grudge with Chris and drives a pickup? Let me give you a clue. So we now have a pickup truck, a person who has a grudge with Chris, but not only that, the car was actually, or truck, was parked out in front of the building. Now here is what is really interesting. Where would you think JJ would park? It wouldn't be out front. He'd be in the back where the parking for employees only is at. Well, I think we know what JJ meant by this.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, everybody now on YouTube, there's several people, that have backed that video up. And I mean, even the people that backed it up for me, but all those videos are backed up in live time, with the original link to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they all got that digital thumbprint on them that, you can't undo that once it's been done. So, no matter, if you go back and you edit or do whatever you want to do to it, it's still there. And you can't erase that. So
that is 100% right.
And really, from my point of view, of course, I didn't realize how much storage it took and all the rest of that stuff. But I'm glad I got people like you all and a couple others to go out there and actually back that stuff up, like in your editor. And, there's one company out there who's really helped out a lot. And I'm not going to throw their name out there, that company, but damn, they're good.
Yeah.
You are one dumb son of a bitch.
So the question is, what does all of this mean?
It means absolutely nothing, you massive fucking idiot. I understand that you know absolutely nothing about anything, but let me give you a little bit of an education on lighting and light sources. Okay? So first off, you're saying that this photo was backlit from the window of a pickup truck. A tinted window from a pickup truck, right? So for this to happen, you would need a direct light source from the back of the window. The Meade County Courthouse faces south-southeast. This person is parked in the second row of the courthouse parking lot. You see the other car at the very top left corner. That could only be reproduced if this person was parked in the back row. Not only would it be impossible to backlight this photo like this, but if you had backlit this photo, you would have a void and a shadow from the person taking the photo. Shadows, it's simple science. The light, the person taking the photo would be blocking the light, which would create the shadow, right? The reason that there are shadows in the creases where they are and they shadow at the bottom left-hand corner is the light source is coming in from the driver's side window. Because the sun is in the west, because the Meade County Courthouse faces south-southeast, and this photo was taken in late afternoon. You are a fucking moron.
Well, it means somebody had posted that photo. And since JJ has said he is the only one that had it, guess what? He would have had to have posted somewhere. My best guess would be Discord, where Wrangler says they are always posting. So that would mean JJ did in fact commit perjury. Not only that, it shows proof that someone else had that photo. and it was more than likely photoshopped. So, in the end, what are we looking at? Perjury charges, which means anything JJ turned in has to be considered fruit of the poisonous tree. So, JJ, you're screwed. Because that means all charges now have to be dropped because of you. But if you decide that you want to say that you didn't commit perjury, that would mean that the photo was edited by someone and it was sent directly to you. Either way, you're screwed.
So once again, you have absolutely nothing. Not a single thing. You have the theory that this may or may not have been posted to Discord at some unspecified time, which you have no idea when or if it actually happened. But just because you say so, because reasons, that means it's proof. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that is not how the law. That's not how the world works. That's not how the justice system works. Literally, how nothing works. We've already disproven this. This paper was not backlit, so your whole truck theory falls apart because you're a moron. But additionally, if you had actual solid proof that this was that you were correct, I am begging you, please take your proof to the Meade County Courthouse and let's see what happens, because I am dying to watch them laugh in your face because you are the biggest fucking joke on the internet. I have literally never seen a creature more pathetic than you are, Tyrants. Never. And that's saying something. We're going to call it here, guys. Thank you for watching again. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please drop them in the chat. I would love to hear some feedback, hear what you guys would like to see. Otherwise, I will catch you on the next one. And Tyrants, you need a new hobby. You really need a new hobby, dude. You are not good at this.